and he had missed the prayer. So while everyone was seated in one side, that Sahabi, he goes to the side and he prays his Salah. Once the Salah is done, he comes to the Prophet ﷺ and he sits beside him and he says, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. The Prophet ﷺ, he responds back, but then he says to him, Irji' fasalli fa innaka lam tusalli. He says, oh my dear Sahabi, go back and repeat your Salah because you didn't pray. The Sahabi was a little concerned. He said, wait, I just prayed. Maybe the Prophet ﷺ didn't see me. He was busy speaking to the people, so let me go back and pray. So he goes back and he prays again. And then he comes back to the Prophet ﷺ and he says, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. The Prophet ﷺ said, Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Irji' fasalli fa innaka lam tusalli. He said to him a second time, go back and repeat, pray your Salah because you didn't pray. And now this Sahabi, he's so concerned. He says, Ya Rasulullah, la uhsinu ghayrahu fa'allimni. O Messenger of Allah, I'm not able to pray anything better than this. It is my request, please educate me how I pray Salah. And then the Prophet ﷺ says, okay, come closer. Let me explain to you. And for the benefit of everybody, I'm going to teach you how to pray Salah. And then he goes through the motions of Salah, but he emphasizes one thing in particular known as tuma'nina, composure. That when you pray Salah, make sure the movements are very composed, not like a bird or a chicken that's eating its feed, like a rooster, just going back and forth, or you're moving between postures without any break. And Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, next time you pray, make sure you give a small break as you go through the prayer. Now, there's so much to discuss regarding our prayer, and each and every one of us, we have certain shortcomings, but mentally, we have this idea that I've been praying for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years. There's no need for me to fix my Salah. In fact, my Salah is perfectly fine. In fact, my Salah is perfectly fine. You know, subhanAllah, what's very interesting, a person who's driving, a person next to him will tell him, listen, you're driving your car, you're not driving well. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm driving for 50 years, 60 years. But he's relaxed. He has one hand on the wheel, one foot up, and he's relaxing. The moment a police car comes by, he sits up straight, he has his hands both on the wheel, he stops behind the stop sign. When there's a red light, he's beneath the speed limit. Everything is perfectly fine the moment a cop is over there. Even in something like driving, that we realize that we think we know it, but when we get comfortable, we get very lazy. The moment there's a police officer, we're automatically up straight and making sure everything is done properly. Our Salah is very similar. When we're not conscious, we're praying Salah, our back is humped, our hands are down, our eyes are up, we're doing sajda, we're like moving through the motion like somebody is forcing me to do it. When the Prophet ﷺ would lead the Sahaba in Salah, you would think they were making the lines of formation for war. You know, war in battle? Do you think anybody sees an army on the other side, he's going to sit down and just relax? No, he's going to be up straight. He's very conscious of himself. So Salah is one of those things where we have to keep it on top of the priority. Some things are necessary. Some things are mustahab and adab. But let's all work together to improve our Salah so that on the Day of Judgment, when I need it the most, the Salah is going to come in a beautiful form and say, this person used to take care of me, Ya Allah, you take care of him. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the realization and consciousness of being particular about our Salah and maintaining the adab, khushu', khudu' and composure in our Salah. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, after the remaining sunnah, we'll have a